So Konami have released another Saturday pack with 50 players in it, and this time it has a Showtime Modric with Phenomenal Pass. So I'm going to take a look at the player, give the best build, what skills to put on him, and let you know if I think he is worth your coins or if your coins can be spent better elsewhere. So if we look at Modric, this is the build I've gone with. If we just take off all the boosters for a sec, we only have one stat at 84. So when you have an 89 proficiency manager, instead of getting the +3 at 85, you would get it at 84. So his speed will be an extra +1 compared to what you're seeing here. So 88 speed. But the card looks pretty decent to me. Great dribbling stats, great passing. Finishing is a bit low, but he has got very good kicking power, so that will kind of help that and make it so he's not going to, be a striker and score every chance he gets. But when the ball falls to him, I'd be pretty confident in his finishing. And then his curl is also high too, so if you do finesse shots or outside curlers, he's in a good spot for that. But his balance is great. The speed is quite good. Speed is really important for defending, particularly in centre mid. So his speed is actually at quite a good level. It's not as important for orchestrators, it's more important for like a box-to-box. But those low defensive stats, I'm not too worried about them because his speed is actually in a good area. And then if we look at his skills, he has got a nice starting bunch, but there is a few that you can kind of fundamentally change the card with. First off, I'd be giving him flip-flap because he already has double touch and soul control, so you can get that ball roll on him, which would be very nice. Then I'd give him track back just because of how strong it is in helping your AI, or getting your AI to help you when defending. Then I'd go for cut behind and turn after. Then I'd probably go for gamesmanship just because he's an orchestrator. He's going to have the ball a lot of the time when you're weaving in and out with the ball at your feet. If you get pushed over, you kind of want the referee to call a foul so you can kind of get away with some bad dribbling. And then that last skill slot, there's a few options. Fighting Spirit is kind of just an overall buff when he's under pressure. Weighted pass to make those passes a bit stronger. And then pinpoint crossing is very good on orchestrators if you play a 3-5-2 like myself, because the orchestrator constantly comes into this area of the pitch here and you can hit an early cross in. Now I am supposed to have a formation video uploaded for this formation, a tactic guide, but I'm getting a new PC in the next coming days, so I don't know when that's going to arrive exactly, so it's probably going to get delayed a little bit further, so apologies on that. But orchestrator is very important for this tactic, so Modric would fit in quite nicely there. And you can see in the top right corner there, he can start off playing in defensive midfield. And then, of course, sorry, it is on the screen, but I didn't talk about it. The booster I went with is ball carrying, just because it's going to get that balance up to the 90 threshold, and then a little extra boost to speed as well. And then if we talk about his Showtime skill in Phenomenal Pass, that's actually probably one of the best Showtime skills in the game. When it first came out, passing like a year ago, wasn't in a great state, but with how much more open the pitch is nowadays, you can actually make use of Phenomenal Pass. So it's probably the best skill. If I could put one skill on every player, one Showtime skill, I'd probably put Phenomenal Pass. I know Blitz Curler has the reputation as being like the most overpowered skill. It's definitely the most broken, but you're kind of, dice rolling every time you hit a Blitz Curler because it's a kind of low percentage chance, whereas Phenomenal Pass will help you in your kind of normal play as well. However, in a 50 coin pack, a 50 player pack, it is going to still cost you quite a bit of coins to get them. I done a video about 7 months ago that I wrote some code that will show you like your expected cost when you open these packs. So if this Modric pack has 50 players and you only want one specific player in it, when you run this code, you would on average spend about 2,500 coins, assuming you're doing one player spins at a time, or 2,700 coins for 10 player spins. So it's going to cost you in the region of that. If we got everyone who watched this video to open that pack, that's the average cost it's going to be. So it does show you that when you run the code, you'll get slightly different results each time, but it's only marginal differences. So you should be pricing this Modric about that much, 2,500 coins, and also you should be doing one player spins on this pack because it's a bit smaller. You don't actually get much of a discount on the 10 player spins. However, the reason I felt compelled to make this video is because of this player here, Vitinha. Now, Vitinha is in this national contract selection pack, so we all got loads of choices on this. And the players in here aren't even that good, except Vitinha, to be honest, looks quite strong to me. So if we look at his build, you can see here, this is what I came up with. And they're pretty similar cards. Now, one major, I wouldn't say major actually, but one clear difference is the shooting. So this Vitinha is below 70 finishing, whereas Modric has 74, and then the curl is quite a bit lower on Vitinha. And then curl also will help with passes and crosses as well. So Modric is obviously a better player than this Vitinha, but I don't know, if you're talking about 2,500 points of difference here, I really don't think so, because he's got pretty similar defensive stats. Then the dribbling stats are pretty much the same as well. I know he's below 90 on the dribbling stat itself, but that's how fast you are running with the ball. Orchestrators shouldn't really be full sprinting with the ball anyway. Passing, yeah, Modric is a little bit better. He is on 95 on the low pass, but at least Vitinha is as well on 90 on both lofted and low pass. And Vitinha also has the kicking power at 90. Same with the balance, and unfortunately slightly less speed. But again, when you're talking value for money, I definitely think this Vitinha has an edge. And then if we look at the player model, they both have the same leg coverage and leg length based height, so they probably will intercept about the same level. So for the skills I would put on Vitinha, I'd probably go for flip flap, get that ball roll, interception, put behind the turn, track back, and then again for the last skill, choose between gamesmanship, fighting spirit, and pinpoint cross. So let me know your thoughts. Is Modric a good deal, or do you think with Vitinha there, you're better off going for Vitinha?